After decades of disappointment, the legendary New York Knicks may finally break through this year. Is it possible that we're seeing the return of an era-defining player, who after a long absence is once again in contention for the NBA championship? With a season that's defied expectations and a roster bursting with talent, the Knicks have transformed from underdogs to serious contenders. 2023-24 was an incredible season. They triumphed this year over obstacles and performed well beyond expectations. With an incredible 50 wins at the end, their best since 2012-13, they took second place in the Eastern Conference. This triumph indicates that since Tom Thibodeau took over as head coach in 2021, the club has improved dramatically. With his leadership, the squad has improved progressively. Their record of 50 wins this season, up from 37 in his debut, has only been surpassed 3 times since 2000. Even with major losses to players like Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and OG Anunoby throughout the season, the Knicks demonstrated their toughness and depth. This season, everyone on the team, coaches included, was incredibly tough and driven, and it paid off when it counted most. The incredible season of the Knicks has been greatly aided by superstar point guard Jaylen Brunson. Having shattered numerous records, Brunson is currently regarded as one of the best players in the NBA. With a career-high point-per-game average of 28.7, he's 4th in the league and a serious MVP candidate right now. The Knicks' success this season can be mostly ascribed to his leadership and tenacity. As the regular season draws to an end, the Knicks have rekindled their fan base and cemented their status as a serious league contender, regaining their strength. It seems from their current performance that they are prepared to handle the challenges of the impending playoffs. There will only be more enthusiasm surrounding the Knicks' playoff prospects as seen by the rise in bets at New Jersey bookmakers that the team will win the Eastern Conference, and consequently the NBA championship for the first time since the 1972-73 season. They're seen to be a dark horse candidate for the Larry O'Brien Trophy, at 40-1 odds. Regretfully, the team is plagued with several issues, the biggest of which is that Julius Randle's shoulder surgery will keep him out of action for the remainder of the season. One wonders with this new information how tough and resilient the group is in real life. Many questions exist. Can Jaylen Brunson maintain his terrific play without Randle? Are there any other players we could turn to when the pressure is on who can consistently perform? Notwithstanding these doubts, there's a great temptation to bet on the Knicks to snap a 51-year title drought. Even with the players' infamously low rewards, New Jersey bookies are giving the Knicks plus 4,000 chances to win the NBA Finals. This means that anyone prepared to take a chance on New York's renewed enthusiasm and playoff prospects might win $4,000 for a $100 wager. As the playoffs get closer, things look good and bad for the Knicks. Because they don't have a star player, the team will have to show how deep and tough they are. Both the people and the bookmakers will be paying close attention to see if a new frontrunner steps up when the stakes are high. The story of an underdog team beating the odds to win a championship could be a good reason to bet a small amount on the Knicks, even though it's a risky bet. It is far more sage to wager on New York to win the East than on them to win the championship, even though the prices are quite different. With odds of -110, the Celtics are the current conference title favorites. 4th place Knicks trail the Bucks, plus 800, 76ers, plus 850, and Celtics, -110. Should New York face the Heat once more, they stand a solid chance of advancing past the first round. In the Eastern Conference playoffs of the previous year, the Heat defeated them in 6 games. They might nonetheless lose against the 76ers. The key question is if the Knicks have the strength to defeat elite clubs like Boston and Milwaukee. Playing opponents from the Eastern Conference, such as the Celtics and Bucks, was difficult for the squad during regular season. In such matches, they finished 3-7. Still, there are certain positive aspects of New York. Giannis Antetokounmpo's injury, which sidelined him for the final 3 regular season games and is predicted to keep him out of the first round of the playoffs as well, is one of the Bucks' issues. They're also less likely to qualify for the postseason, having dropped 8 of their previous 11 games. People are more hopeful after the Knicks defeated a fully healthy Celtics squad 118-109 on April 11th at the TD Garden in Boston. Given how brilliantly the Knicks have performed this season, we believe it's a smart decision to wager on them at 13-1 odds, despite the long shot factor. Right now, the Knicks provide the greatest odds to win the Eastern Conference title at plus 1,300. Pay $100 to win $1,300. They're a possible profitable underdog that you should support, given their previous victories and the shortcomings of their primary rivals. Considering the possibilities and opportunities of the Knicks, it's crucial to see how the bench functions, since it gives the squad its unique identity. This season, a major component of the Knicks' identity has been their outstanding defense, which Tom Thibodeau constructed. Thibodeau has greatly aided the team's approach ever since General Manager Rose made one of his first significant moves. Although some claim that his inability to rest important players could increase their risk of injury, his dedication to a difficult style of play is consistent with the Knicks' standard strategy. Nonetheless, Thibodeau is a defensive wizard and a highly recognized head coach with a wealth of experience. There's no doubting his influence now. Thibodeau has turned the Knicks into a formidable foe. Their perseverance and motivation, while not looking great, have come in handy over the difficult 7-game playoff series. This strategy has given the club a different competitive advantage, which makes them a formidable playoff opponent. Chris Herring, a prolific writer on the club, can help you better grasp how dramatically Thibodeau altered the Knicks. The employer added, he's done quite well, if not better than many anticipated when he was hired. Their rapid ascent from the ashes to the verge of a potential rivalry is astounding. They've made a lot of progress and seem to be headed toward being the top squad in the league. Strong defense and astute coaching have placed the Knicks in a fighting position. This offers supporters and the team itself optimism that their present achievement is the beginning of a sustained recovery that will revitalize them. The New York Knicks are more than simply playing in the postseason. With their gifted squad, solid bench leadership, and well-defined playoff strategy, they are prepared to create a major impression. Having good team builders is important for success, and Rose and Thibodeau are the best at both. They're the best at figuring out if a player fits in with the team's values and making sure that they do. This year, there's a lot of team unity because several players who were hurt earlier in the season are back to playing. The way that player assets have been managed has also been very smart. The club decided to get Anunoby, a strong defender, in trade for 2 homegrown players, R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. Since Rose took over as coach, the Knicks have been getting better and better. They won their second playoff series in 23 years, when they made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals last year. It's clear that everyone on the team wants the best this season. It's clear that a lot has changed in the past year. Herring says that the relationship between peers have changed a lot. When they're on a roll, the Garden gets a renewed energy from the belief that they could really achieve something. A great deal will depend on how many illnesses New York has this season. If the Knicks beat Boston, Milwaukee, and Miami, they can still make it to the finals. Doesn't look like an accident because this team's coach is surprisingly good. For the first time, their luck seems to be here to stay. A system that will last for a long time is being built. Having said that, the Garden is filled with hope, and it looks like this time it will last. So that's all the time we had today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon on your way out. Till then, see ya!